Okay, today we are looking at Standard 6.2. The student will demonstrate an understanding of life in ancient civilizations and their contribution to the modern world. The enduring understanding for this unit is the foundations of government, science, technology, and the arts are legacies of ancient civilizations. To understand that the contributions of these ancient civilizations have endured and are evident in our society today, the student will, and for 6-2.3, we have that the student will describe the development of Roman civilization, including language, government, architecture, and engineering. So we are going to look at 4 aspects of Roman culture. In 6-2.3, we're going to look at language, government, engineering, and architecture. The essential question for this unit is, how have developments within ancient Rome influenced our lives today? So that is what we're going to be focusing on. So the Roman language was Latin, and it is the basis of the Romance languages: Italian, Spanish, French, Portuguese, and Romanian. It did influence English some in some of the terms that we use today, and Latin is still used throughout the world in medicine, law, science, and government. So in order for scientists and doctors to be able to communicate across countries, these terms are Latin. You can see on this slide here we have the seal of South Carolina, and our motto is in Latin: Dum Spiro Spero, while I breathe, I hope. So we also have some plants here, and they've got their Latin names next to them. So every plant and species has a Latin name. So we definitely see the influence of ancient Rome in our languages today, pretty much on a daily basis. The next aspect of Roman culture that we're going to look at is the Roman government. So early Roman government was republican. That means it was representative. So they created offices that represented the various interests of different groups. The plebeians were represented by tribunes, and then you have councils that managed the government. You had a senate. So you have different aspects of government that we see in our United States government today, the main one being checks and balances. So you can see the checks and balances over here on the right with Congress, the executive branch, and our legislative branch. So this was something developed by the Romans. Next up, we have Roman architecture. So the Romans developed the Colosseum. They developed the arch, which allowed them to create higher, more stable structures. And of course, we still use the Colosseum in buildings and structures that we create today. You see there the Carolina Panthers Stadium looks strikingly similar to the Roman Colosseum. Up at the top corner there, you see the Roman arch, which is still standing today. So as far as Roman architecture, it is still alive and well. It has not all crumbled like the architecture of some other ancient societies in Rome, Greece today. And we also still use the same patterns of engineering, like the arch, that you can see in new architecture throughout the world. Lastly, we have Roman engineering. So they created aqueducts to supply fresh water, and these are still in existence today. And they also created roads, and the roads allowed the Roman society create a sense of unity through trade and protection. And you can see an image of a Roman road um, taken in modern times. So these still are in existence. So the Romans definitely played a large role in the creation of society as it exists in the modern world through language, government, engineering, and um, architecture. So these four things came together and really created a time of prosperity and peace for Rome, known as Pax Romana. And of course, we know that the United States government, however volatile it seems today, allows us to live in a society that has some degree of peace. We don't experience a lot of governmental strife on a level that we see uprisings or overthrow of governments. We really experience a level of peace in our system of government, and that is thanks to some of the developments made by the Romans.